So weather condition in our area is very bad. So that's why network will be poor since yesterday. Network is poor. So, but I don't want to miss the class as the before classes are being disturbed. The schedule is being disturbed due to Independence Day and due to some work. Okay, so I don't want that this class get missed. So that's why for this class only I am recording the class, and after that from Saturday we will continue with the video call, Zoom meeting. Okay, so solution. This chapter solution, I have told you that I will revise the chapter solution. Solution is a class 12 chapter, which is the second chapter in your class 12 syllabus. So today I will give you short revision of two chapters. One solution in this video and another one is electrochemistry in another video. So two video of 30 minutes, near about 30 minutes. So total 1 hour recording. I will give you the link and after that I will, after watching the video, follow the WhatsApp group. I will send some questions, PDF of questions. Okay, then practice them. Okay, solution contain two part, right? One is solute, another one is solvent. So solute and solvent. Solute present in less amount, solvent present in high amount or greater amount. We all know that. What is the characteristic of solution? You must know. Actually, these are the basics you must know from class 9 or 10 or 11, 9 or 10. Okay, so these are primary things. Like properties of solution or characteristic of solutions are, I am just telling you, a homogeneous mixture. Solution is a homogeneous mixture. Size of solute must be remaining 10 to the power minus 7 to 10 to the power minus 8 centimeter. In the radius, in the range of 10 to the power 7 and 10 to the power 2, 10 to the power minus 8 centimeter range of radius, size of the solute should remain. Physical properties and structure all through the solution is same. Yes, obviously the homogeneous, in case of homogeneous mixture we know that physical properties and the structure of the solution, structure of the molecule present in the solution, all through the solution is same. Fourth property, solution is a single phase homogeneous mixture, that is when solid plus liquid is mixed we will obtain a single phase liquid. I mean a solid and a liquid, we are mixing a solid and a liquid, then we will get, okay, then we will get liquid solution. So both the phase will not lie in case of solution. In case of solution, only one phase, that is liquid phase, will be obtained. Okay, so different phase are mixed giving same phase. So this is another property. Okay, again I am saying that I must told you that please don't think that this video is previously recorded. Okay, so don't think like that this sir is missing online class and providing us the older 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 recorded video. No, I am not doing that. Yes, Abhishek Singh, right? Abhishek Singh is the new student. He was not present at previous batches, so this is not recorded class. previously recorded class. So actually due to disturbance in weather, okay, from uh, since 2 days or 3 days after 15th August, weather condition is very bad, so network is weak. I can't take other online classes also. That's why keep in mind keep in mind about the weather condition. I am recording the class. Okay. So this is the fourth property, where two phase solid and liquid are mixed with each other and a single phase liquid is obtained. Okay. And the last property is we cannot filter it. We cannot filter it. हम इसे filter नहीं कर सकते. Okay. And if we want to separate the solute and solution, if we want to separate solute and solvent, then we must perform what? We must perform evaporation. Distillation, crystallization, etc. This type of physical process have to be done to separate the solute and solvent from each other. Okay. Now there is a complete list where it is given the types of solution. Okay. Please open the note I have shared. Okay. Please open the note I have shared, the PDF of solution. The notes for the chapter solution is already provided to you. Just open the PDF and find the types of solution. Okay, where in the first page the types of solution, in the first page last section type of solution is given. Just open that. So these are the things which I provided to you. Just watch them, then again start the video. Okay, in types of solution we have 8 types of solution where solute and solvent may be changed. Like I am saying, solute and solvent is present. So firstly, solute may be solid, solvent may be liquid, solvent may be solid, solvent may be gas, etc. So 3 possibilities with solid. Similarly, if the solute is liquid, then the solvent can be liquid, solid, gas. So there are 3 possibilities. Similarly, in case of gas, if gas is solute, there are also 3 properties, 3 possibilities. So like this way, solution are classified in 8 groups. In 8 groups. One combination is not possible. Okay. So 9 possibilities are there, but solute is solid and solvent is gas. Okay. This possibility does not make any sense. That's why we cancel this combination and we have only 8 types of solution, and that is provided to you with example also. Okay, with example I have provided it to you. Okay, so go through the note. Now I will discuss concentration terms. So about concentration terms we have already read in first chapter, so I will not discuss them as much. You all know about percent strength. Okay. You all know about molality, which is represented by small m. You all know about molarity. You all know about normality, capital M. And in the previous classes, okay, in the first class, previous class means in the first class where I was discussing about the first chapter of class from class 11th section. So at that time, I have already discussed about equivalent mass. Okay, so how to find equivalent mass? What is number of equivalent? Like number of moles, we have number of equivalents. So I have already discussed with you that how to find the equivalent mass, how to find number of equivalents, and if you can find the equivalent mass, if you can find the number of equivalent, then you can easily calculate the normality by just putting the value of number of equivalent in the equation, in the formula. Okay, in the in the note which I have given to you in the WhatsApp group, in that note, okay, there is also the formula written again, so you can revise these formulas of percent strength, molarity, normality, etc. You can practice this from that section, from the note also. Okay, again I have already said about ppm, parts per million, right? ppm, what is ppm and why ppm is used, right? And I have also shared knowledge about mole fraction. Okay, so I have also told you mole fraction. So these are the things from class 11 first chapter. So don't be panic. Okay, just revise the formula. You will find that you can remember all the formula. Okay, so in this chapter or in this section of solution, we mostly deal with molality, which is small m, molarity, which is capital M, and mole fraction X. Mole fraction is represented by X. So these three are the concentration term. This three concentration term is going to be the most important formula or most important concentration term for this chapter solution. And in any exam, you will find a single question from solution. No one can skip this chapter solution. Okay, so you can solve the problems given in the note. Okay, in the 5th page. Okay, in the 5th page I have mentioned some questions in under the topic do yourself. Under the topic do yourself, I have placed 3 questions. Okay, just try to do them. Okay, you will do after watching the video. That's not a problem. Solubility of gases in liquids. Now we will study. Now we are penetrating into the main topic, right? Solubility of gases in liquids. Okay, in our real life we know that marine animals or fish lives in water. Okay, we earlier in the junior classes we already read about how fish take oxygen, and what are the special organ that fish have such that it can uh, take, or it can gain oxygen from water. So fishes or aquatic animals or marine animals taking oxygen from water. They do not periodically come out of the water and take oxygen and then go deep into the water. Okay, they do not do like that. What they actually do, they have special organ by which they can take the oxygen which is dissolved in water. Okay, which is dissolved in water. So in our daily life, we are watching, we have experiencing that fact that gas dissolved in water, gas dissolved in liquid. Okay, so that's why it is important to learn about the solubility of gases in liquid. Like O2 gas is dissolved in water. This is an example of a gas which is soluble in liquids. Okay, so from that point of view, it is very important to learn about solubility of gases in liquids, and what are the effects, or what are the cause, or what are the reason which affects the solubility of gases in liquids. Okay, we must know the factors which have influence on the solubility of gases in liquids. Okay, they are temperature and pressure. And the scientist Henry first studied about the solubility of gases in liquids. So we must know about Henry and his work, that is Henry's law. So in this section, under this topic, we'll learn about Henry law and the effect of temperature and pressure on the solubility of gases. Okay, so Henry law is given by X is directly proportional to P, or we can say P is directly proportional to X, or we can say P is equals to, there will be a constant, as there is a directly proportional sign, so we can just change this directly proportional sign into equal sign by putting a constant kh, where kh is the Henry constant, or we can say this is the proportionality constant, into X. Okay, so this is the Henry law, I mean mathematical formation of Henry law. The statement of Henry law is not important, just know the gist that the partial pressure of the any compound or any gas, partial pressure of any gas dissolved in water is directly proportional to the mole fraction of that gas. X is the mole fraction, where P is the partial pressure, X is the mole fraction. And what Henry does say, Henry is saying that partial pressure of any gas dissolved in liquid is directly proportional to the mole fraction of that particular gas in that solution. Okay, so by removing the directly proportional sign, we get an equal sign, and after that I have given a proportionality constant kh, and kh now is the proportionality constant. Okay, and this is also the Henry constant. That's why a hydrogen is given to its subscript. Okay, so this is Henry law. Now we will read about the temperature the effect of temperature and pressure on the solubility of the gas in liquid. So let's have a look. Suppose this is a what? This is a liquid stored in a beaker. Okay, and this is the piston. You can move this piston. You can put pressure on this piston to reduce the volume of this container. Okay, so suppose there are gas particles like this. At normal temperature and normal atmospheric pressure, we know some amount of gas is already dissolved in liquid state, like in case of oxygen is dissolved in water. Okay, so what happens here? This is a container, this is a beaker, right? And the beaker is fitted with a piston such that we can move this piston up and down, so that the change in volume of the gas, this is the volume of gas, right? This is the volume of liquid. We can move the piston to change the volume of the gas. This volume can be changed. Okay, so if we put pressure on it, if we give pressure, if we increase pressure on this piston by giving any weight, pressure, how can we increase the pressure on the piston? We can put a weight. Suppose we are giving a weight W. After that, the piston will go down. Okay, after giving weight, the piston will go down and piston will come to this area, right? So this is the new position of the piston, such that the number of gas molecules present in this volume will dissolve inside the water. Okay, so that means I want to say, if we increase the pressure on the piston, if we increase the pressure on the piston, then the volume of the gas will be reduced and many of the gas particles will get dissolved into the liquid state or in the liquid. So that we can say that if we increase the pressure, then the solubility of gas inside a liquid will increase. So what I mean to say, if we increase pressure, then solubility will also increase. Okay, solubility will also increase. Okay, now we can say pressure is directly proportional to solubility. Solubility of what? Solubility of gas in the liquid. Okay, now let's learn about the effect of temperature on the solubility of gas. So this is a liquid where some gas molecules are dissolved in it. Now you are giving temperature, you are increasing the temperature of this solution. Then the kinetic energy of the gas molecules will also increase, and this gas molecules will get out of the solution or get out of the liquid phase. So solubility of now see, if these gas particles leaves the solution, then the number of gas particles present in the liquid state will reduced, so that we can say solubility decreases when we increase the temperature, because on increasing temperature, kinetic energy of the gas molecules increases, and after that the gas molecules will leave the solution, such that number of gas molecules dissolved in water decreasing, such that we can say on increasing temperature solubility decreases. Okay, so this is the concept. So we can say temperature is inversely proportional to solubility. This is another concept. Okay, so I have successfully discussed about the Henry law and effect of temperature and pressure on the solubility of the gas. Okay. And I have already provided you the note, and on that given note I have mentioned the validity of Henry's law and application of Henry's law, and I have given a problem, the numerical. You can do that numerical also for your practice. Okay. So I just cover only 5 minutes left to complete 30 minutes because I can't record more than 30 minutes at a time because of some memory problem on my phone, not my memory problem. Okay. So vapor pressure, I just tell the vapor pressure and we will continue the chapter in the next video also. Okay. So what is vapor pressure? Vapor pressure क्या है? Vapor pressure, it is very clear from the name. The pressure exerted or pressure given by the vapor is known as vapor pressure. The pressure given by vapor is known as vapor pressure. Suppose this is a liquid. Okay, look at the surface molecules. Look at the surface molecules. This suppose this is surface molecules, and this is the bulk molecules which is present inside the liquid. Okay, and this is the surface molecule which is present on the surface of the liquid. So this molecule getting attracted from this side, from this side, from this side, getting attracted by the molecules, and other molecules getting attracted by other molecules. We know that there is intermolecular force of attraction between two molecules present in any compound. Okay, so suppose this is a water, so this water molecule is getting attracted another by another water molecule from this side, this side, this side, this side, from all sides. Okay, now look at the surface water molecule that is only attracted from the downside, from left side, from right side, but no upward direction. So we can say that bulk molecule is in balanced condition. Okay, but the force, the intermolecular force of attraction acting on the surface molecule is not balanced. So we can say surface molecule are in unbalanced condition. So the bulk molecules are stable, they are unstable. As they are unstable, so they try to leave this surface. They try to leave this surface and go into the vapor phase, go into the gaseous state. So there is a transition from liquid to gas is taking place. Transition from liquid to gas is going on. That's why the vapor is created. The vapor cloud, like cloud. So this is vapor cloud get created. Now the cloud